Hello everyone, I'm Lindsay Evans. Welcome back to another Keepsake Cafe. I was just walking down here to the cafe and admiring this beautiful piece of artwork. It's made out of a whole bunch of correspondence from people that we at Hallmark have collaborated with over the years. So people like Betty White, Saul Steinberg, there's all sorts of really fun things. One of the things I love about Hallmark is our amazing collection of world-class artwork that we have all over Hallmark here. And so it's kind of fun to be able to walk down the hall and just see a piece as I'm coming to the cafe. So today I'm going to be meeting with Adan Chung. I think he's around here somewhere. I have our coffees here so we can sit and have our coffee chat. So thanks for joining us today. Hey Adan.
Lindsay,
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I got you a chai.
Oh, thank you very much.
I didn't realize that we were both chai drinkers. That's kind of fun.
Apparently we are, but I need to have soy.
Well, I can go with a little bit of dairy, not too much,
Okay.
but a little bit.
Good to know that we're in the same boat here.
Yes, that's right. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. And our
Pleasure.
fans who are watching today, hello everyone. We're excited you're here. And I'm especially excited you're here because I've worked with you for years at Hallmark.
Very
It's
long
been
time.
a long time, at least a decade now.
Yeah.
We've worked together. But I'm super excited because you're working on more and more keepsake ornaments.
Yes, dipping my toe in.
That's right. That's right. And so I thought it might be kind of fun for everybody at home to get to know you a little bit better. And I think we even have some questions later from some people earlier in the week that heard you were going to be here.
Yeah,
so.
well, I'm ready for some answers.
All right. All right. Well, first, I wanted to get your background because I don't think I know this about you. We've worked together, but you have this background that I don't know about.
Okay.
Tell me when the first time was that you knew you wanted to be an artist.
Okay, well, I would have to thank my mom. So if you're watching, Mom, thank you. I was like either 4 or 5 maybe, and we would be sitting at the kitchen table, and then as I'm eating, she would take out a piece of paper and draw a police car and the Batmobile. And I think I can draw a police car and Batmobile a little bit better than you now, Mom, so thank you for starting that in me.
You're trained now.
Yes,
You're trained, right?
Yeah.
That is so cool. So you've been doing, I know you work on a lot of licensed things.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've been doing that your whole life
Yeah.
because of your mom.
Little boy's dream. Yeah.
I love it. So tell me, you grew up, I think, in California, right?
Yep, San Francisco.
San Francisco. So did you go to also go to school in San Francisco?
I did. I actually have 2 degrees. I got I have 2 undergraduates, both from state universities. So one is from San Francisco State.
Okay.
And the other is an hour south at San Jose State.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And so I'm assuming that one of those was kind of art school.
Oh yeah. Both of them were art related.
Okay. Okay.
The San Jose one is more recent, so that was a BFA in animation and illustration.
Nice. So is that what then ended up bringing you to Hallmark?
Yeah. Like at our senior year, Hallmark sent recruiters out, and then I met them, and they were doing mock interviews, and one of the questions that they asked was, do you have any issues relocating? And I was like, no. I'm in the building here, I'm in the building there, so it's all good. Yeah.
Well, we're excited that you're here because you just have such a fun, amazing style.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I know that once you came to Hallmark, you haven't, obviously you're just now dipping your toe in keepsakes. So where did you start? When you first came to Hallmark, what was your first job?
I was in the greetings team, so kids' cards. I remember the first card I was assigned was a graduation from kindergarten. And going to school in San Jose, we were all about video games and cinema, movies. So my little baby owl, it had claws and talons, and the art director said, "Can you make it a little sweeter?" I'm like, "Ooh."
This is a kindergarten graduation, Adan.
Yes, but I know what an owl should look like.
Oh my gosh, that's such a fun story.
So I fixed it.
That's good.
It's okay now.
That's good.
Yeah.
So then when you and I worked together before Keepsakes, it was in licensed gifts.
Yes.
So when did you make the move from cards into 3D product?
So 2 years into my career, I was doing collection building.
Okay.
And then I was available to help out in other studios, whoever needed some help. So I was told that, like, hey, gifts could use some of your help because you're good at 3D stuff and imagining things in, other dimensions. Oh, that sounded weird, right? In three dimensions.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
So I was able to help them design some snowman gifts.
Sure. Yes.
So that's where the 3D work started for me.
So you mentioned snowman gifts.
Yeah.
So does that mean you have worked on the famous, every year we do a techno plush snowman that's either playing the piano or singing or dancing or doing something else? Have you worked on
I did.
that
I
plush
designed.
guy?
Yep.
Really?
I designed 6 or 7 of those back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite one was where the big guy was carrying a tree with the little guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved that one.
Oh, that's so fun. I love that because I don't know if you know this, but those characters are always voiced by one of our sound studio guys in the sound studio.
Which guy?
Josh Williams.
No, I don't know Josh.
Is always the father voice, I guess.
Okay.
And then now his wife and kids have also been
no
on
way.
it. Yes. So it's kind of like a Hallmark family
It
affair.
is.
You've worked on them and all sorts of people.
I'll go say hi to Mom and Dad.
You should. You should. That's so fun. That's so fun.
Yeah.
So besides those techno plush, I know you had a huge hand in itty bitties.
Yeah.
So tell
Yeah.
us, because I know everybody watching has got to be familiar with itty bitties. Those have been huge for years now. So tell us kind of how those started.
Okay. So I actually designed the first itty bitties. I was in a meeting, and it was business related, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was just doodling like all artists do. And then when the meeting ended, I got my stuff. I was about to get out, and then I guess the department head at the time was there, and he said, "What do you got there?" I was like, "Oh no, busted. I have no words. I only have pictures." But he looked at them, and then it was a picture of the Snoopy gang, or the Peanuts gang, so
Yes.
Charlie Brown and all those. And it was perfect for that styling. And he asked me if I could do a Mickey and the Fab Five. So I gave it a shot, and that's kind of like where they started out.
That's so fun. And
Yeah.
now, I mean, there are hundreds of them now.
Yeah.
So you started this super cool thing that I'm sure everybody at home, put in the comments, let us know how many itty bitties you have, because Adan has probably worked on them. Tell us your favorite itty bitty that Adan worked on. That's so fun.
Yeah,
So
great.
besides itty bitties then, you and I worked a lot on licensed gifts, and mostly, like I remember working with you on Peanuts licensed gifts, which is such a fun property to work on. So tell me a little bit more about your licensed gift expertise, I guess.
So the Peanuts Gallery is the line that I worked on for a number of years as well. And they were originally designed by Trish. I forgot what her last name was.
I can't remember either.
But yeah.
They probably know.
Yeah, you guys probably
You guys can tell us in the comments.
We'll hire you.
That's right.
But her designs for their heads were so good. I was able to take them and put them in a lot of different situations, and I would work with Peanuts directly to get their approvals. And every year we would do a whole slew of figurines. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, and now I think maybe you have a little bit of sneak peek for everybody at home that we can tell everybody about. You're going to be working on our special 75th anniversary for 2025. So this is a big sneak peek, a whole year ahead of time, of our big Peanuts 75th anniversary piece.
Yeah.
So maybe tell us a little bit more about that concept.
Okay, so the concept is Charlie Brown, and he's going to be flying a kite, and he's going to just be so sweet because everyone knows how he tries and tries and tries, and he just can't seem to get that kite up.
Poor Charlie Brown.
But we wanted to show him succeed, so he's looking great.
Oh, that's going to be so fun. I think they're all really going to love it. That's
I love it
so
too.
fun. I love that. So speaking of 2025, what either keepsake ornament, or because you're also working a lot on Hallmark ornaments, what ornament are you most excited about for maybe this year or future?
Yeah.
Don't give away too much if it's a future one.
Okay. All right. Well, one of the ones that I'm most excited about is what would it look like to mash up superheroes and classic Christmas icons?
That's so cool.
So,
That's so cool.
I've done a number of sketches, number of turnarounds, and it's all in the mix right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, looking forward to that.
Well, maybe they can keep an eye out for that then in 2025,
Yes.
right? Okay.
2025,
Okay.
right.
That's so fun. Well, I know some of you have also sent in some really fun questions, so I wanted to make sure we got to all of those. So I've got them right here. So Jeanette P., thank you so much for sending this in. She wants to know, did you always want to be an artist? And if not, what else did you want to be?
Originally, yes. And when I first went to college, I was like, okay, maybe art isn't the thing. So I started doing computer science. After a year of that, I was like, let's go back to art.
But some of those computer science things probably really helped you with digital animation and some of the digital work you do now.
At least it got me very comfortable working with computers.
Okay,
So,
okay, there's that.
Yeah.
It's the one thing you can thank computer science
Thank
for.
you, CS.
That's so funny. Okay, we also have Jean McDonald. Jean, thank you for sending in a question. If you could create any series, so this is probably Keepsake, any series that you wanted, what would it be? That's a fun question.
Yeah. I think it would have to be inspired by my 2.5-year-old. He loves to play with cars right now, so doing a series of cars would be so fun.
That would be
and
fun.
It's something that he would be able to follow as he grows up. And he's going to say, like, Dad worked on that.
My dad did that. I love that. Well, and I don't think, everything that I've seen that's your work, it's all really, really cool licensed characters or other characters that you've created yourself, but I've never seen you do a vehicle. So that would be kind of fun to see your take on a vehicle.
Yep. One of the things that our instructors told us back in school was if you could do life drawing, great. If you could do mechanical drawings, great. If you could do both,
even
double
better.
Great. So, I'm excited to throw out some ideas with that too.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Okay, so our next one is from Margaret Leahy. Thank you, Margaret. What is your favorite character to draw? This is such a fun question because most of your work has been in licensed characters.
Yes. Yeah.
So what's your favorite one? Can you even pick a favorite?
Okay.
Maybe give a few.
Okay, I think the first one would have to be Spider-Man. I don't know if I could just give shout-outs like that, but Spider-Man is my favorite. Just because of all the different poses he can contort himself into. So fun to draw him. And then also Batman, of course.
Yes.
Who doesn't like the Dark Knight? Just swooping there, batarangs, everything. And then maybe I could do the Batmobile one day too, so that would be a lot of fun.
You could mash the licensed character plus also vehicle
and vehicles
at the same time. It would take you back to your youth.
I know.
When you were drawing Batmobiles with your mom.
Look, Mom, look where the Batmobile has come to now. So.
Look at where you've taken me.
I
love that. Okay, our next one is from DW. Thank you, DW. What is your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh, favorite
This
Christmas
is fun.
memory.
I love this. So maybe a more personal question.
Yeah. Okay. So, living out in the Midwest, I had to move away from my family, so I really miss spending Christmases with them. But my favorite would be when, this was years ago now, we would unwrap all the presents and there'd be lots of laughing. We would crumple up the wrapping paper and we'd start a wrapping paper fight. So we'd just be, slugging it at each other, and all of a sudden a slipper comes flying and you're like, who's throwing slippers? Who threw that?
Was it your mom?
No, it wasn't my mom.
No, not your mom.
I'm not going to name names. No, throwing anyone under the bus. No.
That's
but
so
I know
funny.
who threw it. I know.
That's so funny. Well, and you mentioned earlier that you have a 2-year-old son at home.
Yeah, 2.5.
So you've only had a couple of Christmases with him so far. But
Yeah.
what's your favorite Christmas memory with him?
Oh, I think it was when we first got him his baby's first Christmas, the ornament from Tammy. She did this little zebra.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, and then just putting it on the tree, and then he was reaching for it, and it was just so sweet to see him like it.
Yes.
Just to see joy in any kid's face.
Yes.
I think that's one of the great things about working here, and creating the product that we do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and now every year when you hang that ornament on the tree, that memory is going to pop up for you, and you can tell him that. He won't remember it probably from being a baby, but
we got videos.
There you go. So he will remember it. He'll see the video, and that'll jog his memory.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. I love that. Okay, here's another question from Trey S. Thank you, Trey. I love this question.
Okay.
If you were to go to a desert island,
oh boy,
what movie, book, and song would you want to take with you? This is tells you exactly what somebody's personality is.
Okay.
I love this.
The first one, I'll do the book.
Okay.
I'll take my Bible.
Okay.
And then the movie and song will have to be the same thing. Sound of Music. Oh, I love the Sound of Music.
Yes.
That is always, Maria is the default song in my head, and it drives my wife nuts. She's like, stop it. Why? And then she would start singing it. You're welcome.
Such a good, and if you took that movie, you get multiple songs, not just one.
Yeah,
so I like that. That's
Hills are alive.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so this next one is from Grant F. Thank you for sending this in, Grant. What is your favorite holiday besides Christmas?
Besides Christmas.
This is a fun one because, we work at Hallmark and we are the holiday place. Valentine's Day we just had, Halloween, Easter's coming up. We do something for every holiday. So what's your favorite besides Christmas?
Okay, I think it would have to be Halloween, because of all the costumes that we can put our little guy in.
Yes.
And then it's not just, we get to see our own kid in costumes, but we see all the other neighborhood kids too. And it's so fun to see communities come together for something good and joyful. And who doesn't like free candy?
That's the crux of it right there.
All the dentists are like, yeah, Halloween.
So what was your son's Halloween costume this past
Superman.
Halloween? Of course.
Sorry, not Batman or Spider-Man, but we found a good Superman because it has those puffy...
the muscles.
The muscles, yeah.
That's so
fun. And he was pushing his little bubble lawnmower. Even Superman needs to mow the lawn.
That's right. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we have one more. This is from Lynn A. Thank you for sending us in, Lynn. What is your creative outlet outside of work? I don't know this either.
Well, I do like to dabble with 3D printing.
Okay.
Yeah, so learning, again, pulling in that computer background, like learning how to use 3D programs, and then being able to create things that I don't know how to search for stuff, that I need in my house. It's like, I don't even know what to call this little gadget.
Sure.
Just being, I'll just design it and print it myself. Thank you, Filament. $15. Best presents ever.
I love that. Well, and I don't know if you've ever done this or if everybody at home knows, Hallmark gives the creative community 5 days a year to do creative renewal. It's called My 5 Days. I'm not as good about taking all of mine as I should. But what was your last My 5 Days that you did? Did it have to do with 3D printing?
I think it must have. As I'm not that good at taking My 5 Days either, but I know that I have spent one of those days trying to figure 3D printing out.
Yes.
I know that it's very difficult because it uses a different part of my brain, and I only use the free programs, so I can only find out, okay, I know what that tool looks like. Let's hop on YouTube and see how do you use this tool. So you have to jump between 3 different windows just to use this thing.
It goes back to your computer science days a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's this is why I went to art.
I love it.
But yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for being here and sitting down and having a little coffee with me today.
Yeah.
It was so fun to chat with you. And thank you
Lindsay.
to all of you for being here and chatting with us. Like I said last time, we're going to do this every month or so. I'm going to have somebody new with me. And so, let us know in the comments if there are things that you'd like to hear us talk about, things that you'd like to know about Hallmark or Keepsake Ornaments or the person who's with me. So thanks again for being here, Adan.
My pleasure, Lindsay.
All right, we'll see you all next time.
See you guys.